Hi everyone, and welcome to Leadership Module number 2. And in this module, we're going to dive in and we're going to start with our broad analysis. And as I alluded to in module number 1, we're really looking at the outside influences of the organization. So we're going to be looking at those factors outside the organization that need to be considered when you're analyzing what you're going to actually look at for the future state of your organization. So there are many factors that need to be included, and as we talked about in the previous leadership module, is that integrative thinking, that we need to think not in components, but we need to think in the big picture. We need to consider all of those factors that impact our organizations, and they range from political to economic to environmental, legal, technical, those social factors that are out there. There's definitely, even in regions, there's cultures that need to be considered, that there's even different healthcare cultures in different regions. So all of those factors need to be considered when you're looking at that broad analysis. So you're looking at those factors that will influence your organization, and you need to be thinking about what are the greatest influences on your organization and how can that organization be positioned in consideration of all those factors surrounding. So again, we're going to pull back from Leadership Module 1, that integrative thinking, and we're going to use that to process those very complex systems that are outside of the system that impact the organization. So let's go ahead and take a deep dive into our module itself. So again, as we're learning through our readings and through our strategic planning book, we're learning that innovation is critical, especially in a time that there's constant change or evolution of healthcare. And there are some factors that are out there that are unknowns. And much of it has to do with some of the political and regulatory forces that are out there that are defining the shift in healthcare. And it's really important not to just think about what is happening right now, but the trends that are occurring in healthcare, so that one can plan ahead to position an organization to prepare for what is anticipated as far as some of the issues that are evolving in healthcare. So I've included some TED Talks here for you to kind of trigger some thought and to help frame your thought process as you're diving into the broad analysis process. So your readings are listed here. You'll be looking specifically at your strategic analysis for healthcare textbook, several of the chapters that address those factors to consider in the broad analysis. And will also be, of course, there's the PowerPoints for the readings as well. And I've also included quite a few resources for you within the content folder that will be very instrumental in helping you to frame your thoughts and use as resources as you're looking at the broad analysis process. So this is not an all-inclusive resource list by any means, and actually our discussion board is designed to add to your toolbox as far as the resources that are out there, by each of you sharing some of the valuable resources that you're finding are what you use in your practice. So just know that the information is here. These are resources. I try to include resources that will be instrumental in helping you to complete your broad analysis. So let's go ahead and take a look at the forum. So as I mentioned, the purpose of the forum is actually to share some of the resources that you found, and I'm asking that you share at least 3 resources that you found, and really identify what's important about those resources. They may be regulations, it may be laws, policies. There's a number of different factors that you can include within the forum, but the purpose is to share the most valuable resources so each of you can gain from what you're finding. So go ahead and share that information here. And then the second part of the forum itself is actually taking a virtual field trip. So we're going to take a look at some of those tools that are out there that will help you as you're facilitating change and interaction within your organization. So these are some of the tools that can be used, and you can add different tools if you use group process tools or other tools that are helpful to brainstorm or to integrate innovation in a process. What you may have used if you're involved in the strategic planning process, what a group may have used that was very successful, to help us to think outside of the box, to really engage in that metacognition that's so important as we analyze those broad factors that impact organizations. So again, you're going to be sharing some of the resources that you found, and you're also going to be sharing some of the resources as you do your virtual field trip, what you find that you want to integrate into your practice as you're working with those folks that you serve. So if you have any questions, concerns, please let me know, but I look forward to hearing what you're finding and sharing with your cohort. Take care now. Bye.